Hey guys, I have been getting many comments on my videos of my brother guessing Wings of Fire characters, and most of those comments consist of questions asking why I despise Peacemaker so much. I think it's about time that I address this matter. Just a heads up before I start, this is all just based around my opinion of the character, so think what you want to think, and I'm not trying to change your mind about it in any way possible. I just want to explain why I don't like him. As I quote in the video, I hate Peacemaker with a burning passion. I know people love him because he's also cute and lovable and adorable, but no, I don't think that. I hate how he once used to be an entirely different character with an entirely different personality, and all Darkstalker was trying to do was make Pyrea a better place. In Darkstalker's own eyes, he thought he was doing a good thing, and he thought he was a good dragon and making the right decision all along to better the continent. I adore Darkstalker so much. He's one of my all-time favorite characters in this book series. I know the things he did were wrong and unacceptable, but one, I'm going to repeat this again, he thought he was doing it for not only the good of his own tribe, but for the good of Pyrea. And two, his magic was making him go insane. Now, I know some people don't think animus magic makes a dragon go insane, but I do, if they use their magic for evil things. Tuichi Sutherland would have said something by now if animus magic didn't drive dragons insane, because as she confirmed, the third arc will not have animus magic in it at all. That means animus magic is most likely done for in the franchise, unless she decides to make a fourth arc. In Darkstalker Legends, my heart was literally ripped open when Clearsight had to put the bracelet on Darkstalker. He only intended good. Back to Peacemaker. I think he's just too innocent, and it reminds me too much of poor sad Darkstalker crying in Book 10. Both when Turtle was watching him cry over Clearsight's absence, and in the end when he realized his soul was almost entirely evil. Knowing Peacemaker's goody innocence always leads me back to that moment when he said to his mother, and I quote, "Mother, do you remember that soul reader I made? It says I'm evil, like almost entirely completely evil, worse than father ever was. I'm not evil though, right? I'm not evil." Then the other dragons begin to tell Darkstalker how much of a bad dragon he really is, and he begins to accept this fate, until they mess it up by making him fear that he'll lose everything he knows and loves. I mean, think about it for one moment. If you were offered to forget your life and start over in a whole new body, with new thoughts and a new personality, would you accept it? It's basically dying in a way, so obviously you'd say no, right? When I was nearing the end of Darkness of Dragons, I didn't know how they were going to defeat Darkstalker. I don't think anybody reading the book thought of such a twisted up ending. Moonwatcher tells him a story about a little dragon picking strawberries and making pies and doing baby things, and then she begins to say that could be him. As I said, Darkstalker gets frightened because he still wants to live, so he says no, but then he eats a strawberry in order to show them that it didn't work, turning him into a baby. And he didn't even get to choose his future because his life was sucked out of him whether he wanted it or not. Darkstalker begins to struggle as he basically dies a slow death and asks Moonwatcher, "Didn't I help you? Didn't I save dragons too? I'm not evil, I'm not." Those being his last words. I believe that Darkstalker meant every word that he said, and I don't think he said it just to keep his life. I mean, we all read what was inside his mind in the Legends book, so we know he's honest most of the time when he's deeply speaking. And when Peacemaker looks up at Hope the first time he sees her, and the first word he chirps out of his tiny mouth is hungry. Like, seriously, okay. So Peacemaker is not an infant when he's transformed into this body, so how old is he? He can talk, right? Based on the description of him, I would say he was a little under a year old or almost a year old. In the epilogue, when Moon visits the Rainforest Kingdom to see Hope and Peacemaker, she's asking Hope about the Lost Continent. During this conversation, Peacemaker interrupts them and tells his mother he's made a pie made of mud. Then he proceeds to drop it on her talons and says nothing of that matter. Hope tells Moon about the hives, and Peacemaker runs off to take a nap and neglects the mess as his mother chases after him. Now, I know you're all like, but Peacemaker is young and a baby and innocent, but he should have manners at this age. His attitude is basically just something screaming in the reader's face saying, "Hey, I'm better and cuter, love me." And they all fall for his trance. I literally cried when Darkstalker died and became an entirely new character. Then, in the epilogue, I just wanted to crawl through the book pages and demand to know where Darkstalker disappeared off to, and wondered why that creature was standing in the way. I mean, I just feel like he isn't really there, like a figure of everybody's imagination, in a way. I try not to think of him as a real, genuine dragon because he's just covering up another dragon. I think it was the most childish way to get rid of an antagonist in the book series. It kills me to say this, and I would have cried in this way too, but I would have preferred Darkstalker to just die. Compared to transforming him into a different dragon, and that seems like the more humane way to do it. Well, I hope you all liked listening to me talk forever and ever. I also hope you understand why I don't like this character now. If you liked this new style of the video, I can do something like this again sometime. It was really fun to put together. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you want a baby dragon to love, forget Peacemaker. I mean, come on, we all know Glory will have a kid soon. Also, spoilers for book 4, Starflight is in fact blind. I got a lot of comments saying he wasn't. If you want to know why, basically, he was in the volcano and he burned his eyes in the lava. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!